Well, let's stay with that story. Long-distance truck drivers have been heavily disadvantaged by the closure of some roads to pave way for the just concluded World Rally Championship. Heavy traffic was witnessed on the Nairobi-Nakuru highway, with trucks forced to park by the roadside. Our reporter Chebet Birir has that story.
It has been 3 days of the much adrenaline-packed and much hyped World Rally Championship. But these celebrations have come with their share of misadventure. Many road users were stranded for the better part of the day due to traffic congestion on the Nairobi-Nakuru highway. So much was the congestion that many churchgoers experienced the inconvenience as far as Machakos County.
You don't know whether it is a road construction, you don't know whether it is a diversion, you don't know whether it is a safari rally that is coming this other side. I mean, we are suffering.
Long-distance truck drivers were most affected. The Mlolongo-Machakos Road was a stream of traffic. Most of the drivers were forced to park their trucks on the roadside as they were not allowed to continue with their journeys.
Nilikuwa najua kuanzia saa 12 patafungwa, lakini nilifika hapa saa 7 ikawa njia ishafungwa. Tangu saa 7 mpaka saa hii niko hapa. Saa 7 usiku wa leo nilikuwa naenda Tororo, Uganda.
Hamna choo hapa. Chakula hapa, hamna chakula hapa. Hamna dereva na sufuria hapa atakayeza kapika hapa.
Mimi jana nimefika hapa saa 6 kamili. Ikawa wakati nimefika saa 6 kamili niliambia uwezi enda. Nikanyang'anywa kufunguo. Nikaweka gari kando. Nikafuata sheria na ngoja nireleasiwe anytime.
As the World Rally Championship came to an end on Sunday, bringing a sigh of relief for many users of this highway connecting the city of Mombasa and Kampala in Uganda. Chebet Birir, KTN News.
Yeah, Kenyans have been talking a lot about that traffic, specifically on social media. Our reporter, George Maringa, is currently in Limuru along the Naivasha-Nakuru highway, staking out the traffic situation for us. Maringa, good evening. What's the situation on the ground? What can you see?
First of all, Linda, in case you thought head office was called, this must be the SI of the cold in Nairobi. We are at Limuru, just by the roadside, some 55 kilometers away from Naivasha. And the road is actually clear. Vehicles are moving, apart from the fog and mist that you perhaps may be able to see. The vehicles, of course, as you can see, traffic is flowing, and we've been able actually to speak to motorists coming from Naivasha, and they have told us there is no traffic even coming from that side of the country itself, that is Naivasha. There is not much traffic, actually. As you can see, some of the vehicles that were from the safari rally, we've been able also to spot some government vehicles here and there, some trucks, public service vehicles, as well as, small commuter, other commuter vehicles. So pretty much that is the situation. As you can see, of course, some about 50 minutes to curfew time. Perhaps motorists also trying to ensure that they get to their destinations in time. Perhaps also the reason this may be attributed because, remember, there had been speculation that traffic would be so, there would be heavy snarl-ups, of course, being warned by the Kenya National Highways Authority, that is KENHA. But alternative routes were issued, and the drivers we were able to speak to attributed this easy flow of traffic to perhaps the stalling of trucks, that is the long-distance trucks being stopped at Mlolongo and other areas. Then that has perhaps eased the traffic. So pretty much, as you can see, vehicles are moving. Everything is as normal. There is nothing much in terms of traffic, and this has been the situation actually ever since we set foot here at around 7 p.m. Linda.
Because one of the things that probably is on the mind of several drivers on that road, Maringa, is the fact that there's curfew from 10 p.m. And I want you to talk to me about the long-distance truck drivers. I know they were told to park on the side of the road. Have they started moving, if at all?
Yeah, indeed. We were able to spot just a few. There are not as many as you may have anticipated. And in fact, the long-distance trucks we were able to spot were the ones coming from the Naivasha route. Remember, this is the route, or rather these vehicles you can see behind me are those coming from Naivasha, and that is where we were able to spot most of those long-distance trucks and trailers. But those coming from Nairobi, there has been, we've not been able to spot, just about 5 or 10, not many at all, coming in from the Nairobi side. That's why we've not been able to see much of trucks, but these, most of the vehicles, of course, are coming from the Naivasha route. So perhaps just then attributing to the free flow of traffic in this part of the country, and, just the situation right here, especially in Limuru, which is a few kilometers away from Naivasha, and it's actually misty and foggy, Linda.
Great. Free flow of traffic, Naivasha, Nakuru Highway, George Mariga there in Limuru. Thank you so much. I'll give you a minute or so to go keep yourself warm. It really is cold in Nairobi. George Mariga, thank you. Let's move on now. And criminal investigation officers have arrested the two main suspects behind the kidnap and